Good day everyone, praise be Jesus and Mary. I am Julius G. Baldesco from St. Michael's College of Iligan Incorporated, the proponent of this research study entitled Professional Learning Community, Teacher Self-Efficacy and Workplace Spirituality, a hypothesized teacher's teaching effectiveness model. As the educational landscape undergoes rapid transformation, teachers are expected to continuously adapt and improve their instructional practices. These attributes are vital in realizing the aspirations of Sustainable Development Goal number 4, which advocates for inclusive and quality education for all, a goal that relies on the presence of empowered, skilled, and motivated educators. Professional learning communities, or PLCs, have been recognized as a structured and effective approach to foster collaboration, knowledge exchange, and reflective practice among educators. While PLCs have shown considerable promise in fostering teacher development and improving school outcomes, their success depends on the presence of additional essential factors such as their belief in their own abilities and their sense of purpose, meaning, and connection with the workplace. Despite this recognition, there remains a significant gap in research that investigates the interplay between participation in PLCs, teachers' self-efficacy, and workplace spirituality in influencing teaching effectiveness. While each factor has been studied in isolation, limited empirical evidence exists on their combined impact, especially in the context of basic education institutions. As for the conceptual framework of the study, the perceived practices by the teachers based on the 5 dimensions of a professional learning community serve as the independent variable. Teachers' self-efficacy, as well as their perceived workplace spirituality, serve as mediating variables in the relationship between participation of professional learning communities and teacher effectiveness. The dependent variable in this study was the teacher's effectiveness. The study employed a descriptive correlational research method, and it was conducted in St. Michael's College of Iligan Incorporated Basic Education Department. 3 survey questionnaires were utilized as instruments in gathering data. Mean and standard deviation were utilized to address the research questions in number 1 to 4. Ordinary least square linear regression was employed to address and analyze research problem numbers 5 to 9. And path analysis using structural equation modeling or SEM method is used to answer the research questions stated in number 10 and 11. In order to ensure that this statistical treatment for this research problem is valid, the data and statistical assumptions were checked, including linearity, independence of errors, homozygosity, normality of residuals, and the absence of influential points. Teachers actively participate in professional learning communities across all dimensions, predominantly on collective learning and application, shared personal practice, and shared and supportive leadership. The findings emphasize the importance of sustaining and strengthening the collaborative aspect of PLCs. Teachers exhibit high levels of self-efficacy in both ethos and teaching dimensions. The results highlight teachers' overall confidence in their professional roles, particularly in fostering a positive environment and engaging effectively in teaching practices. However, the slightly lowered score in teaching suggests an opportunity for targeted professional development to address specific areas. Teachers show significant manifestations of workplace spirituality, particularly in dimensions such as meaningful work, compassion, and transcendence. The moderate score for mindfulness suggests an opportunity for improvement. Schools or organizations could implement mindfulness training, encourage reflective practices, or foster work environments that reduce distractions and promote presence. Teachers are highly effective in all evaluated aspects of teaching, including fostering positive teacher-student relationships, knowledge of subject and teaching style, and class management and organizations. The slightly lower score for stimulating interest suggests an opportunity for professional development in innovative and engaging teaching methods. Schools could provide training workshops or resources to help teachers diversify their instructional strategies and maintain student interest across different learning contexts. Participation in PLCs significantly influences teaching effectiveness, emphasizing the role of professional collaboration and shared practices in improving instructional outcomes. Schools should prioritize establishing and sustaining robust PLCs as means to support teacher development and improve educational outcome. Teachers' participation in professional learning communities significantly influences their self-efficacy. PLCs play a critical role in building teacher self-efficacy. This relationship suggests that collaborative learning, shared problem-solving, and professional support within PLCs significantly bolster teachers' confidence in their abilities. Participation in PLCs has a significant positive effect on workplace spirituality. The findings underscore that participation in PLCs fosters shared values, collective purpose, and supportive relationships, all of which contribute to a spiritually fulfilling work environment. Workplace spirituality strongly predicts teaching effectiveness. Teachers who find spiritual fulfillment in their roles are more motivated, engaged, and effective in delivering quality education and fostering student success. Spiritual aspects such as meaning, compassion, and transcendence contribute to teachers' engagement, motivation, and resilience, which positively influence the performance in the classroom. Self-efficacy significantly influences effectiveness. Teachers who are confident in their abilities are more likely to implement effective instructional practices, manage classroom efficiently, and engage students successfully. Schools should prioritize initiatives that build and sustain teachers' self-efficacy through mentorship and collaborative learning opportunities. Workplace spirituality has the strongest direct influence on teaching effectiveness, emphasizing the critical role of spiritual engagement in improving teaching outcomes. PLC significantly predicts self-efficacy, highlighting the importance of collaborative professional development in building teacher confidence. And self-efficacy strongly influences workplace spirituality, suggesting that confidence and competence in professional roles enhance workplace spirituality. PLC exerts an indirect effect on teaching effectiveness through self-efficacy and workplace spirituality. Self-efficacy also influences teaching effectiveness indirectly through workplace spirituality. These findings underline the mediating roles of self-efficacy and workplace spirituality in the relationship between PLC and teaching effectiveness. The evaluation used various fit indices to assess how well the model aligns with the observed data. Overall, the findings indicate that the hypothesized model demonstrates an excellent fit, confirming its adequacy in explaining the relationships among the variables. The hypothesized model demonstrates that teaching effectiveness is influenced directly by workplace spirituality and indirectly by professional learning communities and self-efficacy. The model reveals significant direct effects specifically on the following pathways: workplace spirituality to teaching effectiveness. Workplace spirituality has the strongest direct influence on teaching effectiveness, emphasizing the importance of personal fulfillment and spiritual engagement in fostering effective teaching. PLC to self-efficacy. Professional learning communities significantly enhance teachers' self-efficacy, showcasing how collaborative environments bolsters teacher confidence. Self-efficacy to workplace spirituality. Self-efficacy strongly predicts workplace spirituality, suggesting that confident teachers are more likely to experience spiritual engagement and purpose in their work. Self-efficacy to teaching effectiveness. It suggests that overconfidence might hinder collaboration or feedback seeking, which could negatively affect actual teaching effectiveness. The model also highlights key indirect effects through multi-step pathways. PLC to self-efficacy to teaching effectiveness. PLC participation improves self-efficacy, which in turn enhances teaching effectiveness. This pathway illustrates the foundational role of self-efficacy in translating collaborative efforts into effective teaching practices. PLC to self-efficacy, to workplace spirituality, to teaching effectiveness. PLC participation indirectly influences teaching effectiveness through self-efficacy and workplace spirituality. This layered pathway highlights the cumulative effects of teacher collaboration, confidence, and spiritual engagement on teaching effectiveness. Self-efficacy to workplace spirituality to teaching effectiveness. Self-efficacy indirectly affects teaching effectiveness by fostering workplace spirituality. This demonstrates that confident teachers are more likely to find spiritual fulfillment, which positively impacts their teaching outcomes. In relation to the relevance of the study to the academe, a structured and comprehensive program has been developed to operationalize the model and ensure its principles are effectively implemented. This proposed initiative translates theoretical frameworks into practical, evidence-based strategies focused on enhancing teacher competence, leadership development, professional collaboration, and well-being. In conclusion, teachers' active participation in PLCs fosters a culture of collaboration, shared practices, and continuous professional development, which directly contributes to their confidence and workplace engagement. Self-efficacy emerged as the foundational element, enabling teachers to navigate instructional challenges with competence and assurance. Workplace spirituality, characterized by a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and connection, provides an intrinsic motivation that drives teachers to perform at their best. As for the recommendations, school administrators should prioritize creating and sustaining robust professional learning communities as a strategic approach to enhance teaching effectiveness. They should also cultivate a positive school culture that emphasizes meaningful work, recognition of achievements, and spiritual engagement. Teachers are encouraged to actively engage in PLC activities. They should also focus on enhancing their self-efficacy by seeking mentorship, participating in training, and reflecting on their teaching experiences. Additionally, teachers should nurture their workplace spirituality by finding meaning and purpose in their work, fostering empathy and compassion, and maintaining a balance between personal and professional growth. The success of this program lies not only in its structure, but in the shared commitment of educators to grow and lead together. As Mate Stepanik wisely noted, unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. Thank you very much for listening, and may the love of God be our reward.